Like when you see one of these things pull up, you know crap's about to happen.
What fun! What fun!
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my review of the Imperial Troop Transport. You have no idea how excited I am to review this set. It is set number 75078, and it comes with 141 pieces, and the retail price of this set was $15 back in 2015. So let's go take a look. And so here is the minifigure with this set. You get a total of 4 of these guys because it's a battle pack. 2 of them come with this angry clone face with the mouth up, and then, or like the teeth showing, and then 2 are a little bit less angry. So yeah, so you guys get 2 of each. So, but the faces aren't important. It's all about the helmet, right? Some of you may recognize that helmet because that's the model of Stormtrooper I used for my profile picture, aka the Derp Trooper. So yeah, but very beautiful. Love the legs, like the leg printing, very nice and clean. And then very cool, like torso printing. Everything's just nice and basic. Ugly stud shooter, that's the only downside to this set. And then very nice back printing, and of course this gorgeous helmet based off of Star Wars Rebels Stormtroopers. So I love it so much. It's just very cool. I don't know why a lot of people don't actually like this helmet, but I really love it. This is my second favorite Lego Star Wars Stormtrooper minifigure. So yeah, now let's go take a look at the actual build. And so here is the actual build. This thing is very nifty. It has a lot of cool little like hidden features and whatnot, and it's very well put together. It looks very nice. It looks like the actual Imperial Troop Transport, just like obviously you can't sit someone in like the driver's area because there's just not enough room. But it looks very cool. So this thing has some very cool like cannons here in the front using these Technic pieces. I don't know what those pieces are called. I don't know if those are Technic pins or what, but they have like those, that's like used for Technic, not Technique. I'm confusing myself. Got some very cool like clear windshields up here, which is very nice. And then some grill pieces. It's nice and flat up here. Got this dumb little like flick fire missile that can spin around all the way 360 degrees. But the reason why I say this is dumb is because when you fire it off, I know you got to put more force into it, but like that happens if you don't put a lot of force into it. So that's kind of pathetic. I guess you could always like turn it to the side and then shoot it, but I'm not a fan of flick fire missiles. But anyways, very back is nice and clean, nothing really to see. And then the bottom is on these inverted tiles, so that's way the thing floats ever so slightly. You can kind of see it floating there. And also, if it's on carpet or like a table, it'll drive along nice and smoothly. So that's very cool. So now moving on to the actual like bit here in the middle, the flaps can come down, and that opens up this little crate with some extra studs for the stud shooters. So that's pretty cool. And of course you can close this up and not have the crate, but then there's that big gap there. So you know, and this thing, it can be held in by many ways, which is quite nice. So like when the flaps are up all the way, this thing can't come out, so that's cool. And then right here is where you can stand your Stormtrooper. So you just put him there. You gotta raise his blaster if he's holding one, just so, yeah. And then the Stormtrooper helps prevent it from moving, as you can maybe tell. You can also stick a stud shooter on here to help prevent that from happening. So you just plunk that there, and you can also put the stud shooters there, just because it looks, you know, nice and clean. And then you can put your Stormtrooper on the other side without a stud shooter, because obviously that'll still hold it in place. So that's very cool. That unique property that like no matter what, the thing always stays in place is very handy, because last thing you would want is to like slightly tilt this and then the whole thing come out. Kind of like this here as a dumb demonstration. If you left the flaps open, didn't have anyone there, and you tilted it, you know, it would start to come out, but these would have to be down all the way, so that's very handy. But of course, if you tilted it upside down, then the studs would fly out. So that's a bit dumb, but This thing is very cool, very well put together, and I love the usage of, or the ability to put all 4 Stormtroopers. Here, let me put this away first. Put that there. Put that guy there. Get this guy. And put this guy here. I think these things are very cool. They're kind of dumb looking, but they're like really cool. Like when you see one of these things pull up, you know crap's about to happen in the galaxy, right? So yeah, that's very cool. I love this thing so much. That is just very nice. One more complaint I have is when the Stormtroopers are sitting there, or standing rather, this spring-loaded shooter, not spring-loaded shooter, flick-fire missiles almost touch their head. Sometimes it actually does if they're standing back a little. Actually, I guess it doesn't, but that just looks really dumb, in my opinion. So, I'm not a huge fan of this thing. That's like the only thing I don't like about it. That and the stud shooters, of course. But the vehicle itself doesn't have any stud shooters, which is nice. So, yeah. And so the real question is this thing worth it? And I'm going to say absolutely, this thing is amazing. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I would have given it a 9.5 or 10 if it didn't have stud shooters and those stupid flick fire missiles. But hey, nothing's perfect, right? So I would recommend getting this set if you can find it for anywhere under $50. I got it for like $40. So kind of expensive, but just so cool. The minifigures are obviously the best part about this set. So if you don't like Rebels or the Stormtroopers from Rebels, then this set's probably not for you. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you're interested in checking out some of my other LEGO Star Wars reviews, there'll be 2 on screen to click on right about now.